Melissa, are you okay?
No, Leah, I'm just staring in every single shadow docket order that allowed the president to appropriate Congress's power and or overrule extant Supreme Court precedent. So don't mind me. Fine. No big deal. No big thing. Dissent all you like, fellas. Like,
Okay, so there is that, which we will get to and try to keep our blood pressure under control. Both of those dissents, that is. And there is also a concurrence. So this is a writing agreeing with the decision not to stay the lower court's order. This concurrence was written by Brett Kavanaugh, and we definitely need to talk about it.
oh, stop. Is this a new segment for the new year? Is it time to have our inaugural "We need to talk about this Cav Currents" segment? Is that what this is?
I think so.
Don't manifest that. Don't manifest it, even though I know we are doomed
I think
to it.
it's always been there, Leah. It's
I know.
always been there. I'm picking it up in 2026. I'm picking it up.
We have to do this because Brett took crayon to paper to not only warn us about the prospect of the president invoking the Insurrection Act, but also to try to walk back the Kavanaugh Stops.
So let's actually read in full the relevant portion of footnote 4, the new footnote 4 in constitutional law. And it says, quote, "The state's opposition to deployment of the National Guard appears to stem in part from the state's underlying objections to the activities of federal immigration officers when they make immigration stops." And then he says some other stuff, and then he continues, "The officers must not make interior immigration stops or arrests based on race or ethnicity. CF," and here he cites Wren versus United States, quote, "The Constitution prohibits selective enforcement of the law based on considerations such as race." Okay. First observation, this footnote, this discussion in the footnote is entirely gratuitous to the question before the court in this case. This case does not squarely present the question of legal authority to conduct immigration stops. But Coach Kavanaugh
Nothing
was
to do with that.
bestirring
Nothing to do with
himself.
that.
Well, it's the background context, but the legal
I
issue,
guess you're
completely
reaching.
unrelated. And yet he felt the need to say this. And so I pose the question to you two, why?
Because
Okay.
he is the biggest baby on the Supreme Court. And Professor Callahan, at Drexel Klein, and everyone calling these things Kavanaugh Stops got to him. And I'm sorry, kids, sometimes bullying works and it's good. This is the power of shit talking.
I will just say, when they tell you that they don't pay attention to the zeitgeist, do not believe them. Yeah. They totally pay attention to what people are saying. I will also note, I don't understand what Brett was trying to do here. I mean, the horse is out of the barn, and I don't know how many ICE officials read footnotes and are like, you know what? Let me rethink my racial profile. Like, hold on a second. Like, how is this supposed to, correct something? I mean, I guess for the record, he's like, I did not authorize unrepentant racial profiling, but the horse is out of the barn.
Right,
He did. And the horse is out of the barn. So I just I don't know what he's trying to do here. Like what are you trying to do?
What is he
here?
ever trying to do? And not to be kind of nitpicky, but also to be nitpicky, as Kate noted when she quoted the footnote, Kavanaugh cited Wren for the proposition that you can't make stops based on race. And it's like, my guy, you do know that Wren is the decision that effectively made it impossible to challenge racial profiling because Wren said so long as the officer has probable cause, the fact that you are alleging you were stopped based on race doesn't matter. Like, this is a decision that literally, is the one associated with what it means to drive while black. And what is it with this guy and bad citations? Because this is not the first time he cited a case for the exact opposite of what it means. In his opinion, in the USAD case from a few years ago, he announced that, typically foreigners abroad don't have constitutional rights. And he cited, wait for it, Boumediene versus Bush, the case that held non-citizens detained at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, have constitutional rights under the suspension clause. I don't know if his clerks hate him. I don't know if he can't read and also his clerks can't read. It's just mind-boggling.